Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike, and this high school basketball video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, the perfect place to cater your team's next event. Long Beach Poly hosting Compton in our first Moore League boys basketball showdown between these two teams. Peyton Watson's shirt, Beach City Hoops Classic. If you're guarding me, it's too late. That's true. Jabari Stewart, probably be too late for me to guard him too. Shelton Diggs, Poly head coach. It's his birthday today, so the Jackrabbits motivated to send him out to the cake with some good news. Good ball movement early for the Jackrabbits ends up in the hands of Chris Watson, the sophomore with the silky jumper, and then Salo Jones with the and one. Poly coming out, showing exactly what they wanted to do on offense early. But Jabari Stewart says, we play defense down here too. And then Jordan Harvey is going to kick off a great shooting night for Compton with this three. Poly, you know the Watson brothers have got the connection, Watson to Watson. Going defense to offense very quickly, and then Stewart's tip in here is going to put Compton up a point, 9-8 after the first quarter. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out in this first quarter. Second quarter, Compton just kept knocking down shots. These are all of the open threes that they missed against Milliken. And then you see Marcel Hayes getting on the floor, Watson with the pickup on the run. Patrick Johnson getting to the rim for Compton. Poly up 10 points for most of the second quarter, but Stewart really kept it in it, had a couple of big back-to-back baskets to keep that lead at 6 to 8 points instead of 10 to 12 points. And then Kobe Malone making big shots for Compton in this game, hit 4 3-pointers. Wendell Caldwell is going to give Poly an 8-point halftime lead, 35-27. The Jackrabbits scored 27 points in the second. But Malone out here hunting and Malone out here hitting. That is not the same clip played twice. That is just how dialed in he was from that spot. And then Watson basically tries to end the world with that one. I think the gym might have had the roof fly off if he hit that. Then again, defense to offense very quickly on the steal by Gabe Cummings. Get it to Watson. He draws the foul and hits both. Really effective going left here. This time it's going to be Johnson with the big three. Compton came up with that big distance shot every time they needed it to. Head coach Tony Thomas said if we played like this against Milliken, we would have blown them out. Marcel Hayes on the strip and the dish to Caldwell. And then Caldwell's three is going to give the Jackrabbits a 3-point lead headed to the fourth quarter, up 52-49. But Compton just continued to shoot the lights out in the RPP. They were confident and they were hitting. Watson says, I got some of that too. He had a game-high 23 points. Poly's up 4. Compton is going to cut that to 2, and then they would tie it at the free throw line. So tie game under a minute. Jackrabbits running the floor. Sophomore Gabe Cummings, the shooter, has not hit a basket all night, but they trust him. He trusts his shot. And after rattling around about 4 times, talk about a home bounce and a home bounce and a home bounce, it falls through to put Poly up 3. Stewart's going to make it a 1-point game. And then Compton here, because the clock is down, they've got to foul whoever gets the ball. Poly wisely gets it to Peyton Watson. He knocks down both to put the Jackrabbits back up by 3 with 26 seconds left. Compton runs a lot of time before getting a shot up here, and Jalen Richardson is going to score. By rule, the clock doesn't stop. Compton does not call timeout, so it keeps running. The Jackrabbits would pick it up. They would inbound it. But that is all she wrote. Poly is going to hold on and win this thing 66-65 in a Moore League thriller. You see Tony Thomas not thrilled with the way that game went down. He felt the ref should have picked the ball up and the 5 count should have started earlier. Obviously, probably wishing he'd called the timeout as well. Poly with the 1-point win, and we are very excited we'll get to see these two teams play again this year. For coverage of that and everything else Long Beach basketball, you got to keep it right here.